this book. Cooler, closer, cleaner. Good, great, unstoppable. You can be whichever you want. If you want to be unstoppable, you've got to make the commitment. Most of those who reached out to me weren't star athletes working on their games, although I heard from them too. These were teachers and firemen and soldiers and CEOs and kids. I talked to countless coaches from youth leagues to the highest level of the pros. From the high school coach who brought his team together over the summer to sit in a classroom and read the book as a group so they could have chapter-by-chapter discussions, to the NFL coach who finally understood he wasn't the only one who went to the dark side to connect with his truly competitive instincts. I heard from a plastic surgeon who related to the book because his work was all about precision and detail, and he could never settle for anything less than perfection. A teacher who dealt with the most difficult kids in the school and understood the way to get the most out of those students was to let them be who they really were, not who others wanted them to be. A chopper pilot in Afghanistan whose job did not allow for hesitation, doubt, or failure. His goal every day was to get to the end result or risk the lives of others. And they talked about the loneliness of chasing goals most others considered impossible, and how no one could ever understand how hard they had worked to achieve them. They couldn't believe someone had put a name, cleaner, on their ability to trust their instincts, shut out doubt and fear, and keep going when everyone else had given up. They understood that while most of the examples in this book are about elite athletes, it's the mindsets of those athletes that allow them to dominate, not their physical skills. What they do in competitive sports, you can do in your life if you are relentlessly tough from the neck up. Others weren't so sure. After every big athletic event, I'd get emails and tweets arguing that certain athletes were cleaners because they had a great game. To be clear, one great performance, or even one great season, doesn't make you a cleaner. You're supposed to play well. That's your responsibility. It's the ability to repeat that result over and over, season after season, never satisfied, never letting up, that makes someone truly relentless. Working through physical challenges that would put others on the bench just so you can taste the sweetness of winning one more time, that is what separates the good and great from the unstoppable. For example, many players get that first ring and find it extremely difficult to withstand the unthinkable pressure and expectations needed to stay at the top. They just can't sustain the drive and desire to do the work. Dwayne Wade got his first ring in 2006 and endured countless obstacles trying to get another, including multiple injuries and surgeries and an extremely challenging rehab with me. So when LeBron James and Chris Bosh joined him in Miami in 2010, he could have taken their arrival as an opportunity to exhale, knowing he was no longer expected to carry the entire team by himself. Instead, he was able to share the physical demands of the season while adapting to his new role and showing LeBron how a championship team works together, that it's not about one guy shouldering the entire load. In any given game, there was a cleaner and a closer on the floor, with Dwayne and LeBron changing roles as needed, one or the other taking charge on any given night. They didn't have to discuss it. They just knew. Yet even with less pressure on him, Dwayne never allowed his mental focus to waver, despite severe chronic leg injuries. End result? The second ring in 2012, a third in 2013. Yet for Dwayne, even after the 2013 championship, there was still more to do. I hadn't worked with him regularly for several years. He had been training with teammates in Miami, and I was working with other players elsewhere. We always kept in touch. I was always there when he needed me, but we weren't doing the kind of intense daily work we had done years before. I'm rarely the first guy players reach out to when they want to train. I'm the last. In case of emergency, break glass. There are plenty of trainers.
Powerful sample, huh, good people? That's right. This is Mr. James Dickens, the creator and founder of CreatorOnlineBusiness.com, utilizing information that's already in existence as your own products and services. This book that this sample just listened to from Relentless is about some of the great minds that was developed through this teaching. What I'm doing is taking the book and breaking it down and applying it to my online business operation. Cleaner development. Ooh, that's right. Cleaner projects. So every single chapter I carve out, I pull out what is necessary, the mental toughness and focus to apply this knowledge to my business ongoing endeavors. Very powerful, good people. I highly recommend you pick up this book, get the hard copy, get the audio copy, and listen to the book and pull out your knowledge, your usefulness of this amazing book, this teaching, this knowledge to become a cleaner. So listen to the book a couple of times, then apply the knowledge therein. And this is exactly what I'm doing. So this is the first project I'm utilizing. It's called Applied Digital Projects, which are applied digital books. So Cleaner Projects is about going through every single chapter and applying that knowledge to my life and my online business operations. Powerful. Have a good rest of the day, good people. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I highly recommend you pick up this book, hard copy and audio copy from Amazon or Audible. That's where I got mine from. And begin your own personal work on development. Become a cleaner. Choose to become a cleaner. If you're not, learn what it takes, the techniques, the strategies. This is book number 1 of the study. Talk to you soon. See you on the inside. Powerful.